Hello everyone, and this is my review for TNA Impact Wrestling on November 28th, 2013. This is, of course, their typical Thanksgiving Day show because, of course, they always air on Thursday nights. And honestly, they did have a couple really good aspects in there, and I'll get into those a little bit. But for the most part, I felt that this show was just relatively bad. You had, of course, their Turkey Soup Bowl, which honestly really led to nothing. And of course, they were doing this whole storyline throughout the whole thing is like that the winners of all the matches were going to have a feast at the end, and they made it, to the point of, all the heels getting the wins for the night, and they're all enjoying the night, and then of course all the faces would come in and ruin it at that point in time. So really, it didn't really lead to anything much. There's at least three areas that were kind of entertaining. The first one I'll go off with was this. The Aces and Eights funeral. I really did like this one because you had a couple decent moments of decent comedy moments with them, going through the entire time of the Aces and Eights, and then of course the part I really liked is it ending with Bully Ray coming in, basically saying that at least with him and Mr. Anderson, it wasn't over with yet. I don't think it's like a reformation of the Aces and Eights, but you're definitely going to see a continual storyline going on with Bully Ray and Mr. Anderson here into the future. You're not just going to get the ending with the end of the Aces and Eights. So that's something to at least look forward to. The other aspect that I ended up liking was the deal with James Storm and Gunner. You're seeing a little bit of tension, a little bit of friction between the two of them now because of how Gunner ended his title tournament match the week before, and then of course how James Storm got pinned and all that. You got a few little promos at the end there, and not at the end, but in the backstage area, just showing that the team has a little bit of friction. Maybe it's going to lead into a heel turn for one of them here in the upcoming future. The main aspect that I definitely liked about the show was the continuation of the Dixie Carter AJ Styles deal. I feel like they're doing a really good job with this storyline. Obviously, it's a playoff of what they did, what WWE did a while ago with CM Punk, but I feel TNA's doing this storyline the way it should have been done. Keeping AJ off of TNA wrestling, having him actually go to other organizations and have matches in there, have the belt there, and then they show it on TNA Impact, and of course they're playing it off like Dixie Carter. Dixie Carter has no idea how it's getting on there, all that kind of stuff. I like where they're going with this storyline now. I felt before Bound for Glory, I felt they had turned Dixie heel too quickly because it took away the emphasis of the Aces and Eights being the heels in there, and it kind of made the Bully Ray aspect of that match be null and void. But since they've gotten rid of Bully Ray in there, and now it's just about AJ going around the world defending the title in other organizations, and Dixie being completely angry that that's happening and creating the title tournament and everything on that aspect is definitely has definitely turned the tables and making this a very good storyline at this point in time, and of course hopefully I believe they should keep AJ off of TNA Impact Wrestling even longer for the time being to continue this storyline. I believe they're going to at least keep him off until the tournament's over, until they do the conclusion of the tournament and everything. And honestly, that's probably their best thing going at this point. And they don't really have too much more going on. And yeah, so overall, I think the TNA Impact Wrestling's Thanksgiving Day show was, for the most part, bad, especially the 8-man elimination tag match. It really was nothing much at all. It was basically Kurt Angle's getting eliminated, and then eventually him ending the match in DQ. Wasn't really anything much. Lady Tapa at least looks better in the ring than she did when they did the gut check match at this point. And but overall, match-wise, it was pretty much a throwaway. You had another match with Ethan Carter III, and honestly, in-ring action-wise, I did not like this show. I did like the continuation with the AJ Styles and Dixie Carter storyline, and the little aspect that they threw in there with Gunner and James Storm, and causing a little bit of friction there, maybe a potential heel turn for Gunner or even James Storm here in the future. So yeah, that's my review for TNA Impact Wrestling. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.